Hey, man.
Good, bro.
How you doing, boss?
You ready?
Yes, I'm
You
ready.
ready?
Yeah, of course.
You
I see you getting bigger, man. You pushed me over, almost knocked me into everything.
This is working, bro. This is working, bro. Fix your shirt, bro. The mic, man. Make sure you good, you know? You good?
Yeah, I'm straight.
There you have it. We're just gonna have talks, man. So I wanted to take what we're doing on the road. I feel like I have a lot of people in my life that it's just like we just have naturally good conversations or whatever. And so I just wanted to take crazy good talks on the road and have those conversations with those different people. Maybe you guys get something out of it, maybe you don't. But just same old thing that we do, man. So how's life, bro? And introduce yourself though. Tell the world who you are though, you know? A little bit about yourself.
Well,
It's not an interview by any means, but just so they have a little background.
I'm Loumega Lamore. I'm a brother, a friend, a servant. You know, I'm
Yo,
here.
this guy's so
I'm here
fake, bro.
living.
Like, this is what I don't like about this guy. He don't talk like this for real in real life. He really doesn't talk like this, but like every time we do something where we're on camera, this guy is stand-up citizen. But anyway, we kind of in your world right now. Came to the public library. You work here, right? Where you been at with life though? What you been up to? Put it this way, not even what you've been up to. What's your what are you struggling with right now at this point in your life?
What am I struggling with? Right now, I feel like I'm struggling with relationships.
Okay. In what context? Personal relationship, friendships, what? What do you mean?
Friendships, personal relationships, just trying to make everyone happy with me, you know?
Okay.
In a way, it's like where I want nothing in between, or I don't want to disappoint anybody that I'm close to.
Okay, disappoint them how? How would you disappoint somebody?
For example, I was supposed to get my hair retwisted, and the hairstylist, she was like, come on over. And I was like, all right. And I was like, by the way, can I give you the money this weekend? And she was like, Loumega, I can't be doing this with you all the time. You know, like I let it slide a lot, but
Bro, that's just you not following up on your responsibility though, bro.
No, but I mean, like, I didn't think it was a big deal. I've been going to her for almost like 4 years now, and so like I didn't think it was a big deal. But she was telling me that she's in a stressful time in her life. She's getting married, and so I felt like she was kind of trying to put her pressure on me with that whole marriage thing. Like, I didn't have anything to do with it, you know?
Bro, but you're still wrong though. You know that, right?
Yeah, I know I'm wrong. But I told her, I didn't before, if it was really a problem,
no,
she would have told me.
It's not a but though. There's no buts in it though. Like you're wrong 100%. Like if you're going to somebody for services, for them to render you services, you should be able to make payment. It's just, I feel like, and it's funny, I'm happy you share that though, because I feel like that bleeds into life in other places though. Like, you got to be able to, how would I say this? Why I'm scared to do things like that is because I always put myself in a position of, okay, I'm a business owner. What if somebody comes to me and tries to pull that with me? All right, I get it. You got to give some people leeway sometimes, whatever the case may be. But like, if it's a habit, I don't even want that customer. I don't even want to deal with it. You know me, I always look at things from like life angles and like flip the thing. But I feel like everything we do down to the details tell like who we really are as a person. You know what I mean? So it's just like, I feel like everything we do down to that is very important. I remembered, I took a picture of this post. I want to talk about it. It says, you cannot suffer the past or future because they don't exist. What you are suffering is your memory and your imagination. What do you think about that? I thought, I'll go first. I thought that was like mad interesting because when we stress over it's funny, like when we stress over the future, we're not even guaranteed that. We're stressing over things that never even, like, that doesn't exist, and we don't know if it's even going to happen, right?
Right.
And it's like, and then again, we stress over the past, like, oh man, I did this or this and this, but it doesn't exist anymore. It's a memory. Like that, I don't know, that like was crazy to me. I'm just like, whoa, wait, you're right. Like, okay, yes, what I did was what I did, but like, the only thing that exists is right now, right? Present form, right? And it's just like, the fact that, I don't know, like that, I just feel like we blow up things like to different proportions, and I get it. Like, I'm not saying that your actions weren't your actions and they might not have affected somebody, whatever the case may be, but I'm just like, we put so much emphasis on the past where it's like you can't change, like you can't with all your might sit there and try to wish it to change. It'll forever be the past. Like, there's nothing you can do about it. You have no control over it.
Right.
So it's just like, when I think that's why I snapshotted it, because when I read it, I was just like, I don't know. It really helped me. What'd you think about that?
I think it's 100% true. I think back to, sometimes I wish I could have done more in high school, you know, but it's in the past. There's nothing I could do about it now, you know, and I just have to look forward and be like, all right, well, I might go to school again, you know, and hopefully I'll do better.
But even I feel like with the whole high school thing, the way I got over that was because I know I didn't apply myself in high school because I didn't care, right? I didn't have motive. I knew that. But even knowing that, I'm just like, dang, like, I'm super creative. I'm like, if I was applying at a high school, like, I could have, like, straight A's and everything. But me being aware, I'm just like, I always tell people I feel like I'm living in the future. This sounds so weird. But because it's like, because I missed that opportunity, now I take those chances. So I live my life now as if, how would you say it? Like, I do things to the max now because I didn't back then. And I realized, like, damn, I could have done this, like, I could have moved like this. And it's just like, I feel like everybody's like, oh, I wish I could do that. I feel like if you have the ability to be like, I wish I can do that over, you have the ability to take advantage of now. Because you know what you missed out on. So it's just like me now and the moves that I make and leaving this job to do this and do that or whatever the case may be, people look at it as like, oh my gosh. But to me, I look at it as like, no, because I know when I look back 10 years from now, I'm like, I wish I did more the same way I did when I was in high school. So I try to maximize everything that I do. Like, that's how, like, I do a ton of things without fear. Like, it's just like, I'm always thinking of, in 10 years, I'm gonna be like, man, like, you had all that video stuff. Why didn't you do this? Like, I know it's gonna eat me. So it's just like, I push myself to go even further in that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and you live in the now. So really the future or the past doesn't really affect you. So you just try to, you know, push yourself in the now and do whatever you have to do in the present.
No, that's very true. That's very true. But I do think it is still important to, it's one thing I've been learning these past couple of days. If you don't see your future, it doesn't exist. That's deep, right? I don't even know what I'm trying to say. What I mean is, I always used to be like, yo, I can't see what it'd be like at 25. I can't see 30. I can't see, right? And to an extent, you'll never know the details of where you're actually going to end up. But if you don't have a path that you're trying to, like, if you don't have somewhere you're trying to end up, you're gonna end up anywhere.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's just like, I was talking to John actually a month or so ago, and we were talking about it. I'm just like, yeah, but he's just like, what's your 5-year plan? I'm like, bro, honestly, I don't even really do 5-year plans. It's such. I'm like, things change so much, but he's just like, but then how do you know where you're going? I had to stop and I had to really think, and I was like, whoa, like you got me, like you got, like, because I can't tell you what a year looks like. I can't tell you what, if in perfect case world scenario, where would you be in 5 years?
5 years, perfect scenario. Hopefully a great paying job. 5 years, I'll be 26. Hopefully a house.
You see? And so that's so general, right?
Yeah.
But think about it. So hopefully a great paying job that you hate. You weren't specific.
Right.
You wanted a great paying job. I had a great paying job. You seen me. I'm not saying like I love, like you seen it though. Like great paying, okay, that you hate. Like you weren't specific. What entails a great paying job? What's a great paying job compared to who? Right?
Yeah, I feel like a great paying job to me would be like doing something that I love to do and getting income from it.
Correct. So it's not a great paying job.
All right, so it's not a great paying job, but it's a great job.
Okay. So you're doing that now. Are you happy?
Yeah, I'm happy here, but it's not enough.
So you're not being specific enough. You see what I'm saying? You see where I'm going with it? We're not being specific enough. It's more than like, it's more than that. Now you got to get specific. Like, okay, what's a great paying job? Is it $40,000 a year? Is it $50,000 a year? Is it $80,000 a year? Okay, if it's $80,000 a year, why is it $80,000 a year? What are you spending on that to be $80,000 a year? You see what I'm saying? So it's like I feel like we're just not specific enough in figuring out what it is exactly that we want, and we wind up with anything, right? We wind up anywhere. We get these generalities. I always used to say, I don't say this like I'm glowing, but I always used to say, I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 6 figures. I want to make 6 figures. Okay, I got it, but then what? It wasn't what I want. Like I wasn't specific enough in the sense of being like, no, I wanted this for that. Like I wasn't specific enough. So I got what I wanted, but was it really what I wanted? No, I wasn't that specific. So it's just like being more detailed. I realized it's just, I feel like it's crucial, man. Like I feel like it's crucial to building. That's why I say, like, I get, okay, the future, you don't know, but you have to have some type of a vision of like what it is, or you're going to wind up with a great paying job. You know what I mean? What was the other thing you said? It's good, like
a house.
A house, yeah. You're gonna wind up in a house. It may not be yours. You wanted a house. You may be renting. You may be like, what do you mean you want a house? You see what I'm saying though? Like maybe in a basement, you got a house, bro. You're in a house. You didn't say you wanted to own your house. You didn't say you want like you know what I mean? Being specific, like, and it's just that's what I've been. I read somewhere, it's like they said, if 90% of the world, if you were ready to give them everything that they ever wanted to be happy, wouldn't be able to tell you what they wanted. Because do you really know what you want? Do you really know what's going to make you happy? Or are you like, how much time have you spent really thinking about that? Like, what do you think, if you could have it, like right now, I'm like, Teron, this is it. This is your opportunity, everything that you ever wanted.
I just make sure my immediate family is straight. Like everyone's
What does that mean?
Everyone's financially good. They don't have to worry about
What's financially good though?
Bills paid off.
We're gonna keep making bills. So how much is bills paid off? How much? I'm trying to give you the world. So tell me, like, how much? What is it?
The mortgage being paid off of the house.
Okay. For who? For everyone?
I mean, yeah. So if my sister owns a house, so my dad owns a house.
Okay. So what happens in 5 years when they need a bigger house?
They can sell the house that they have and try to make up the rest of the money.
Okay, so much for you being noble. What else? What would make you, because you want to save the world and you want to help everybody, what would make you, like, what is it for you? Like, what's perfect life right now? I would have no complaints.
I don't know. I would say not working, but then I would go insane if I wasn't working. So I don't know. I don't really know.
So let me ask you this. So how can you ever truly be happy when you don't even know what makes you happy?
That's a great question.
You haven't set. You see what I'm saying though? You haven't set it. But I'm saying these to you because these are questions that I ask myself all the time. I'm like, how am I like I had to literally sit back and look at the past couple months of my life and be like, I'm straight up living my dream. It may not be to the sense of like I have all the finances and everything, but I'm literally doing what I want. That's what I always wanted. And I'm just like, all these months have passed by and it never really sunk in until it just sunk in like, whoa, wait. This is what I've been asking for. You see what I'm saying? But like, if you don't know, and because I've started planning out and like trying to be better at planning my future and what it is that I want and what am I, and I sit there and I'm just like, yo, what? Like, and the only way I can like motivate myself to get there, I'm like, okay, so if I died right now, if they said I got a week left, what am I doing? What would I do right now? Then I try to do that. I'm telling you, I've gotten many awkward conversations just because I felt compelled to tell somebody something because I put myself on that line. I'm like, I don't want to be like on my deathbed saying this stuff. Like, I tell y'all now, I don't care what it makes me look like. I don't care I said what I had to say when I wanted to say it. I let y'all know. I gave everybody the flowers while I was still alive. And it's just like, it is. Drake said in his new joint that came out, he said, they only love you when you die, but then what's next is moving on. I was just like, oh wow. That's so true. Like, that's so, like, so people always think, oh, people will miss me when I'm gone. Like, they'll care when I'm gone. Yeah, but then they're going to move on. Like, it's not, you don't even get that. Think about it, XXX.
Right.
What else? We're living like we don't care. We're here. So it's just like, I don't know, man.
And that kind of, like, a lot of the times, you know me, I could get ahead of myself and think I'm the biggest man in the world, but things like that, like, that really, like, humbles me and puts me in a place where I see, like, you know, we're just people living in the moment, and at any time, anything can happen, and then, you know, they'll mourn us for, you know, the next week and the next month, but then the next year, it's like...
Bro, if you get that, how long has it been since XI? 2 weeks? A week?
Probably like a month, maybe. Almost, not even a month.
Bro, like, if you get that. Bro, I was driving on the highway. I was driving my mom to the airport a couple of days ago. And this is what frustrates me. It's always random. Driving, minding my business on the highway, trees in the middle of the highway. Like, trees must have fell, right? Everybody slamming on their brakes. So I'm just like, I see it. I go to slow down. I had to come to like a complete stop. Then when I start pulling off again, for some reason, I over-exaggerated and turned the wheel to the right. And then I moved out of the way of this, like an 18-wheeler just came and just, like, it was trying to stop. It had to be going like 50 to 60 miles an hour. It just flew past us. And I'm just like, my mom was like, are you okay? I'm just like, that could have been it. I was like, that was it. I was like, that was it. Like, it would have been just that. I'm bringing you to the, you don't understand how, not even frustrated I got, but I was just like, that's how quick. You think you have your whole life, you think you have your whole whatever, that's how quick. And it's just like, and if, for what, like, and that's why I fight to live my life how I want to live my life. Because for what? I'm gonna give 15 years to a corporation for who? I'm gonna care that you don't think, oh, you think whatever about what I'm doing. For what?
Right.
That was my time to choose how I wanted to do my time. Then it's gone. Josh would have been, oh yeah, I think we talked about this before. We got to wrap up, but we talked about this before. I've known you since you growing up. I seen you when you was born, right? We really got close the last couple of years. In 10 years, if we didn't speak, Josh was just a memory. Right? That's just if we didn't speak and I was still alive. I have friends from high school that like I don't interact with and it was just like, yeah, they were cool, but what happens if they're no longer here? And I used to work, my dude that used to work at Dunkin' Donuts, this dude Kevin, passed. It just don't exist. That's always in the front of my mind, bro. And that's how like I push myself to go after whatever it is I go after, man. I don't know. That's what I just feel is real important. Any last words? Anything you want to give to the people? Any concepts that's on your head?
Just live life to the fullest, peeps. Like, seriously, like that, you saying that, sometimes, I feel like we forget every day, we forget. We just live life. We wake up and we just go about our days, but any moment, man, just like you said, like everything could disappear. So just live life how you want it and seize the day.
It's Tron Gandhi, bro. Trying to save the world. All right, guys. This is the first episode. Not the first episode. We've done Crazy Good Talks. I do the podcast. This is Crazy Good Talks with. I'm gonna try to hop on, try to get some people, just try to show other people's lives or whatever the case may be, and just have good conversations. All right, until next time. All right, bro. Good stuff, dog.
Thanks for having me, dog.
Good stuff, y'all. That's good.